There is a rhythm to the plains, a heartbeat that can only be felt after long miles and long silence. The wind hums and the distant thunder rolls like the memory of something sacred. For a New Englander, accustomed to the mountains wrapped in forest and coastline fog, the openness feels like both liberating and cruel. Every trip west is a pilgrimage of hope and punishment. The time is short, these storms do not wait. You get maybe 2 weeks, less or more, to find your transcendence. Our trip had started the day prior. We had driven through the night, Connecticut to Hays, Kansas. 26 hours on caffeine, static, and sheer will. The plains rewarded this effort with irony. Days after photogenic tornadoes in the Texas Panhandle, the first day of the trip, the one that I had imagined for months, featured the sky erupting 100 miles to my north. Tornadoes roped and wedged and danced through the Nebraska sandhills, the kind of storm that defines the season and haunts highlight reels. We missed it all. We misread synoptic cues, had a failure to trust my instincts, and the atmosphere decided to write history without me. The silence watching the supercell was heavy. North Platte felt hollow. It's the kind of quiet that settles in after a heartbreak. I let my car roll east on I-80 toward Lincoln. The road was shimmering with regret. I drove in silence not to escape the loss, but to sit with it, to let this ache sharpen my resolve. That's the pain from chasing from New England. You live with what you can't have year-round, and then watch it slip through your fingers the moment you arrive. The next day promised another chance. Iowa stood in front of us, a 15% tornado risk, a statistic that means really little to anyone outside of the Storm Prediction Center and storm chasers. Out here, the line between despair and redemption can turn with just a subtle change in the dew point temp spread. We would rise just before dawn, cameras charged, eyes fixed on the western horizon for bubbling CU and the sky to actually breathe for us. Months later, you know the outcome of this day. 0 tornadoes in the North Iowa and South Minnesota risk area. In the end, I picked up 1 speeding ticket and checked into our hotel room in Des Moines. We made the decision to press on to Texas, hoping our luck would change. After all, the plains eventually forgive those who keep coming back.
Up here, Kelsey, right up here. That whole broadness is spinning.
Yeah, it's right overhead.
Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Should we be under it though?
Should we be here? No.
That's alright.
Here, can we reposition east to get out of the rain?
RFD.
Kirk, we gotta go east.
RFD push!
The road from Des Moines, Iowa to the Oklahoma-Texas border felt endless. A ribbon of fatigue and doubt that stretched across the plains. Interstate and metro traffic dragged like a bad omen, and the late start sealed the pattern that had been building for days. We missed another tornadic storm, which slipped beyond our reach in Seymour, Texas. 3 days in a row now. 3 days of watching the sky write chapters I was not present to witness. Patience with myself was wearing thin to a thread. I could feel the weight of a defeated mindset settling in. A heaviness that every chaser eventually meets. I needed a win, not for ego, for the survival of the spirit. The maps forced a choice. South toward a messy 10% hatched in Dallas, a setup bloated with moisture and chaos, or west toward the low in the Texas Panhandle, where a narrow window of possibility waited, a conditional chance for a lone storm that might spin itself free from the clutter. The decision felt like a toss-up guided by intuition rather than logic. So we gambled. We left the probabilities of a hatch risk and traded for a slim 2% corridor in the Texas Panhandle. It was the kind of choice that defines a chasecation, one that can either redeem a trip or bury it. This time, the plains rewarded the risk.
Look at that. That's tall.
We approached into the southwest Lubbock Metro as the sky came alive. A landspout fest spun up in open fields, and we caught a distant couple near Roundup, dust kicking up in the quiet spirals beneath developing
That's
bases.
your actual funnel. That gray track. No, that was not there when I was looking at it. You see it?
I see it. I can't tell if it's running.
No, see how like smooth it is?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's working on it. Yeah.
Alright, here we go.
Then the supercell began to mature. Its flanking horseshoe glowed in the fading light as we approached from the east. The storm deepened in color and structure, a living monument rising out from the flat earth, before producing a tornado from its actual motorcycle.
It's gonna try to hand out the whole. The funnel's coming down. Funnel's coming down. When this drops, we're pulling over and shooting. When this drops, we're pulling over and shooting. Try to focus, make sure you're all lined up. Shooting us right now. Fuck, that is crazy. Where's the tornado warning? What the fuck are we doing? It's okay. Take your time.
Gorgeous, dude. Fucking gorgeous.
Kelsey, can you get some stills with this? Yeah, off video on just a few still.
For the first time all week, the horizon felt like it was meeting us halfway. The plains had reminded us that persistence matters, even after miles of silence and doubt. Here, in the shadow of a storm that finally answered the call, the journey began to feel worth it again.
Yeah, you can see that on.
May 1st began for us with a late start from Lubbock, Texas, and a 5.5-hour drive ahead to Killeen. We went to sleep and woke up to a 0% tornado risk across central Texas from the NWS SPC. Yet the models were quietly telling a different story. A modified differential heating boundary stretched from Killeen to Temple, and even though the whole setup was conditional,
You see the
any storm that managed to mature would tap into a parameter space so volatile it felt unreal. By early afternoon, the NWS mesoscale analysis showed more than 7,000 surface-based K values pooled up against the region, a powder keg waiting for a spark. The drive east carried a sense of urgency. Every mile felt like it was being measured against the clock of convective initiation. I kept checking the sky and the satellite, hoping the atmosphere would hold itself together until we were close enough to make a real play. From about 60 miles, west of Kempner, the horizon cracked open. 2 anvils erupted upward with the sudden force of a nuclear detonation. A towering plume of ice and sunlight that dwarfed the landscape below. In that moment, I knew we were racing towards something special.
Oh, elevation. Fuck me. This was gonna play.
That's why I asked you.
I'm trying. I have one hand. You can go down the road that's up here. Yeah, here we go. Right here.
After getting some gas, we followed the main route that would bring us alongside the mesocyclone. And the closer we drew, the more obvious it became that the storm was tightening its grip on the boundary. The updraft was fully exposed, rotating in a smooth and terrifying rhythm that almost felt mechanical, like a top-gathering speed. It was clear that this storm was ready to put something down. Then the hard truth hit. There was no quick way to get ahead of it. We were forced to retreat, backing away from the core while every instinct screamed to stay with the storm.
Hey, can you hear me? Tour on the ground.
After we cut southeast,
Tour on the ground.
pushing hard to regain some ground that we had lost and hoping to beat the circulation of Briggs.
Send you
The storm had begun a subtle turn to the south, drifting in our direction.
I'm working on it.
I could feel the weight of that shift in my chest. Each mile felt like a negotiation with the
Are you
sky,
guys trying to go down
a
to, like,
careful
180?
balance between ambition and survival as we threaded our way to our safer vantage
Okay,
point.
perfect.
It had become clear that a tornado was underway, even though we had no visual confirmation. The radar signatures were unmistakable, and the cadence of the storm felt different, heavier, and more deliberate. Friends back at home are watching our spotter dot crawl across the screen, sending messages as the rotation tightened.
Tornado in progress! Tornado in progress! It's on the left side. You can see the left edge. Tornado in progress.
Then it happened. Off the left edge of the camera frame, just for a breath, the rain thinned. I caught the faint outline of the left edge of the circulation through the veil, a brief reveal before the storm swallowed it again.
Yeah.
Is that they go PDS? They go PDS?
That's your fault.
It might have. It just said damaging tornado, but I don't see the PDS warning.
I don't see PDS at the moment.
I don't either.
Just like wiggling back and forth right now.
Yeah, no, it's right under the
Look,
base over here.
it's waiting. It's being polite.
Yeah, well,
It really did like a.
wants to let me cross the road. I'm trying to get to Andis right now.
How sweet.
It's out of the breaker.
There we go. Can you see the left
Yeah,
edge now?
apparently in the,
There we go. That's it.
is,
You just gotta come out.
Yeah, we just got the trees.
he's on the Briggs route. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's going southeast now.
It's right there on the right. Right there, right there, right there, right there.
About 7 miles. Oh, report, tornado. Yes. Still on the ground. in case
Yeah, it's in the
anyone-
rain. It's in the rain, but I got it. Kelsey, here, pull over. We're gonna pull over quickly, get a shot, and go. Get past these trees. Yeah, it's in the rain. It's a like a fat stovepipe. There's nowhere good to go.
Pretty much. Man. No, it's a stovepipe now. It is a stovepipe and a half. I'm gonna
Man,
send
that's
it.
my favorite shape.
Insane.
Pass me the wide angle, Austin. Wide angle.
Double.
Okay, that's what you're racing for. You see it right there? It's over that singular tree.
For a moment, the world felt very still. as if the planes were allowing a single glimpse before demanding our full attention once more.
Or is it?
Where are you? I don't think it's handing off right now. It's just a cell in the RFD getting pushed in. You're good.
Yeah, you're good.
It's not handing off.
And there's no other cells really near it.
Yeah, no. Those merger going into the RFD.
Nope.
Spinning up right now. It's my phone.
It's probably
BDS tornado warning. BDS.
Yeah.
Let's fucking
Take
go.
your shot now. Take your shot now.
Get it. Oh, Kirk, you're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
If
right.
anything, honestly, I think you're probably
Can we go
okay,
back
like,
over
going
those two
up
cars that
closer
pulled over
to
there?
it.
Yeah, we have to cross the road though.
That's fine.
On 963.
I don't know who Zeb Striker is, but he looks like he's in a good spot near Briggs, overlooking it. But you guys are closer, so.
Trying to make Google Maps terrain feature is like no. But I think we're like
Further up.
No, we'll walk.
2657.
Ahead, we finally managed to capture this first tornado on both video and stills. The shutters hummed with steady rhythm, but after a few frames I ended up blurring my camera. There were moments when documenting feels small compared to simply standing there and letting the full power of the atmosphere wash over you. I wanted to feel it without a lens between us. We pulled over again when a pale, white elephant trunk dropped from the cloud base, twisting with a kind of delicate violence. It curled and danced in a way that felt impossible, like watching something alive learn its own shape. We pressed forward, searching for a better vantage point as the storm cycled above us, a vast rotating nest that filled the entire sky and made the Texas hill country feel impossibly small beneath it. From our hilltop overlook, it looked like the storm was preparing to offer us a gift. The base kept teasing us with brief funnels and horizontal vortices that spun up and vanished just as quickly. It felt like the entire sky was holding its breath. Then the whole structure focused itself, drawing inward with purpose, and a rapidly rotating wall cloud took shape right in front of us. It was patient, deliberate, as if it was deciding to reveal its next move.
Get to the other side of Briggs, south side of Briggs, you're going to see a lot of open road options and clear fields, so things are going to get a lot better for you visually. Big time up, big time up. Yeah, you can see the whole back road. It's a fat fucking Austin, Austin, you lock the fuck in and keep looking at it.
I'm trucking you.
I need you to lock the fuck in, you know, when it's down. But, you know, it's always a 200 We got a count! All right. So we're going to be at 183 and CR211. That's going to be our spot. 183, CR211.
That's the spot I was saying.
Yep. Yeah, it's out in the open field. You'll be great there.
Gorgeous.
Awesome, Bob. Just put it in, just put it in.
We relocated just south of Briggs, Texas, after quickly scouting the farmland tucked between the scattered trees and the edge of suburbia to our south. What we captured next became my favorite tornado sequence of 2025. 3 separate touchdowns, each with its own occlusion cycle, each one dancing and reshaping itself in raw rhythm. The colors were unreal. A warm lowering to the west lit up the rear flank downdraft cut with a sharply defined blue core, which glowed between it. The whole scene felt otherworldly, a collision of light and motion that made time slow down and left us standing there in absolute awe. The trip ended the way that most true chasecations do. Not with a single triumphant moment, but with a collection of memories that stitched themselves together across thousands of miles, each storm teaching its own quiet lesson. I learned that patience matters just as much as instinct. I learned that the atmosphere rewards preparation, but never promises anything in return. I learned yet the strongest resolve can fray after long days in silence on empty roads, yet the smallest success can rebuild that resolve in an instant. I was reminded that every chase begins with hope and ends with humility. You can study every model and dissect every boundary, but the sky still chooses the narrative. What you can choose to do is to show up, to keep driving, and to stay open to the unexpected. The plains demand that kind of commitment. They test you, they deny you, and then, when you least expect it, they open the curtain and let you witness something that changes the way you understand the world. In the end, the plains forgive those who keep coming back.